Hello, everybody. My name is David Breen, and I've got something incredible to show you real quick here. This is absolutely fascinating. I've been playing with Chat GPT for a while, and then I kind of lost my interest. Haven't been playing with it very much. But you know what? They say you don't know the right questions to ask. And I've figured out an amazing thing here. I'm sure other people may have started playing with this, but I told Chat GPT basically to just pretend like it's two people, write a story. Let me just say it here. Act as two people. One is a story writer who reads a paragraph of their story to a fan of their work. The fan then gives the writer some advice how to improve, and the writer uses that advice to actually improve the story in the next paragraph. Do 5 paragraphs like this. So I'll just quickly read some of this to show you what it actually did. So it's saying the writer, once upon a time, far off kingdom, there was a young prince named Leo. He's kind and brave, but also impulsive and reckless. One day, while exploring the forest, he stumbled upon a magical portal that led him to another world. And then the fan says, I love the premise of this story. It's so exciting and mysterious. However, I think you could improve the characterization of Leo. Instead of just telling us he's impulsive and reckless, maybe you could show us through his actions or dialogue. Writer, thank you. All right, so it goes on like this, and it's incredible. The AI is talking to itself, and I don't know at what point or to what degree it's doing this, how it's doing this, if it's just kind of cheating it, or if it's literally like two AIs now going at it, you know? So after all of this, then I say, please write out the story so far. Everything of those 5 paragraphs, write out the whole story, taking into account all the advice. So it does, tells the whole story. And then I say at the very end of the story, perfect. First chapter. Let's have the fan give the story one final critique before we move on to chapter 2. Sure thing. Let's hear the final critique from the fan. And then it goes to say all this, and that in the next chapter, it will go ahead and include some more backstory for the main character. And so think about this, folks. Like, this is already a start of a simulation. I just give it a basic premise, and then it is being creative all on its own. And it's true. Every time I've asked AI to write a story, it gives a very generic set of story elements, and it's like, okay, and then you have to kind of hold its hand for a while till it improve this part. All right, that's kind of that doesn't really make sense. You got a loophole going on there, or a not a loophole, what's it called in a story, a shoot, loophole. Come on. See, that's the worst part. When you record yourself and you can't remember something, then you watch yourself being recorded and you're like, come on, it was and I guess I could look it up. It's a freaking, come on, story plot. As I write it out, I get it. That's how it always works, right? Plot hole. So the AI creates plot holes. Sometimes your brain just deletes a word from your vocabulary. And that plot hole, you can ask it to try to fill it. It will try its best, and sometimes you can get pretty close. But here, what I'm seeing is that the AI is filling in its own details. It's actually like making fun of itself in a way. Like the fan is analyzing the AI correctly. So AI is capable of incredible storytelling, and I think this came out pretty good so far compared to what it had and what it did. And I don't think the AI is simply playing off the premise and just purposefully giving half-assed answers so that it can fill it in. I think it literally is doing its best and then becoming almost self-aware of what it's doing and then improving upon it. But it keeps playing this role back and forth. And I'll just have to write out more stuff like this to get a better idea of what's really ticking behind the scenes here. Yeah, so that's my little update on Chat GPT. Holy crap. And this isn't even 4. This is still 3.5. Yeah. I'll post the entire story in the details later.